This is the Desert Shaman. Thought I would do a video today on the war. Taking a chance here, anytime you talk about anything on YouTube or Google or any of these things, you're always taking a chance because you don't know what they consider disinfo or whatever. Not that I'm real worried about it. The first casualty of war is truth. The first casualty of war is truth. Because I'm not finding any truth anywhere in the mainstream media of the West right now regarding the situation over in Ukraine with Russia and Ukraine. There's not an ounce of fucking truth. Everything is propaganda, and it's mind-blowing. Because, well, for one reason, you got these jackasses like Lindsey Graham and Mitt Romney or whatever the fuck his name is. Is it Mitt or Newt? I think it's Mitt Romney. Talking about things like assassinating Putin. I mean, really, people? This is supposed to be America, right? And I have never seen in my life, I don't believe that I can recall, I haven't seen in my life in this country a politician coming out and saying that another head of state should be assassinated. Can you imagine if some other head of state, like somebody in China or even Putin or anybody, said that they think that Joe Biden should be assassinated? Can you imagine the uproar and the furor? I'm telling you, people, this is really despicable. It's really disgusting that our country, this country, I'm not going to say our country, it's not my country. I don't claim this as my country. I claim the land as my country. I claim the nature as my country. But this government, it's despicable what they're doing. And this mainstream media is despicable what they're doing. I did a video, I think it was 3 videos back, called Poke the Bear and See What Happens. And that basically is the truth of what's going on. Now there's a couple of videos that I think you should watch if you really want to get the whole nitty-gritty. One of them is called Ukraine on Fire by Oliver Stone, which that's an older one, but then there's a newer one. It's a continuation of that if I can find the links for, I'll post them below. But you should watch both of those videos to get an idea of what's really going on and what this is all about. But I'll tell you one thing that it's all about is that this country, America, has sunk to a real low-life situation. I mean, I'm ashamed to even be saying that I'm living here in this country. The lies and propaganda and the sanctions and the ongoing onslaught of just pure propaganda. When I say the first casualty of war is truth, if you go on and you look at some of the stuff that's out there on social media and on the mainstream media, where they're showing pictures of supposedly Russia did this and Russia blew up a maternity ward and Russia bombed a bunch of people and Russia did this, and it's all a fucking lie. And I'm so pissed off about it. Because in reality, who's doing these bombings is the nationalists, military in Ukraine. They're taking out innocent people. They're taking over maternity wards. See, that's why Russia went in and targeted that maternity ward, because what really happened is that these nationalists went in there and kicked everybody out of there and took it over as a base because they figured they were safe there. Wrong. There has been torture going on for the last, I don't know how many years, since 2014. Since 2014, when the coup happened there has been torture of innocents going on. The people in Donbass, Donetsk and Luhansk, I hope I'm pronouncing those right, the eastern part of Ukraine. You see, those people are Slavic people. They're Russian people. And the militaristic Nazi element, the nationalistic, militaristic, Naziistic branch of the military that has been persecuting these people in the Donbass region in the east since 2014. That's like an ethnic cleansing going on. It's been an ethnic cleansing because these radical nationalist Nazis, don't like Slavic people or Russian-speaking people. They consider themselves followers of this Stefan Banderas, who was a Nazi. There's pictures of him in Nazi uniforms in World War II. And what did he do? He was a person that took out, if there was people in Poland that were Jewish or people that he didn't like, then he had them assassinated. He had scores and scores of very notable people assassinated. This is the people that these nationalists, in Ukraine, these militaristic assholes are following. That's their hero. And so they don't like Slavic people. They consider themselves Germanic or what's the other one? I think it's Swedish or Germanic. They consider themselves of that race. And anybody that's of the Slavic race or the Russian race or that speaks Russian, they're trying to exterminate, and they have been since 2014. Let's get this straight here, people. So this government, our USA, is supporting these people. Our government is a Nazi regime. It's a nationalistic Nazi regime. And if you think, if you doubt that, just go back in history to Operation Paperclip. That's when we brought all the Nazi war criminals over here for the space program, Werner von Braun and all his cohort friends. The Fourth Reich is still alive, or the Third Reich that was converted into the Fourth Reich is still alive. Make no bones about it. Make no mistake about it. You can trust me when I tell you that this country is a fascist dictatorship because it backs national fascistic, warmongering, militaristic elements in Ukraine. Everything has been totally twisted around here. Everything has been totally twisted around in the mainstream media. The CIA obviously controls the mainstream media. Now, here's another thing that's happening. Instead of trying to get this war tampered down, okay, this situation, make no mistake about it, Putin has every right to be in there because they were killing Russian people and they were killing the people in Donbass, and they're still killing them. It's like a rat's nest over there. Not only that, but when they captured Russian soldiers, they torture them. Luckily, there's not that many getting captured, but when they do capture them, they're doing horrific things to them, like burning them alive and shit like that. You don't hear about that stuff, though, do you? I'm just totally upset and totally disgusted with this country, this USA that I was raised in, has never seen the likes of what's happening right now. Again, you got Congress people coming out and calling for an assassination of a person that's head of a foreign state outright. Now, am I saying that they never assassinated or there was never any CIA coups or covert operations in the past that took people out in other countries? No, I'm not saying that. But they never came right out, Congress people in the Senate. This Lindsey Graham should be hung by a lamppost. And these people that are out there accusing anybody that says anything about the biolabs that they found over there, it's another thing too. That's a violation of the I forget what convention it is, not the Geneva Convention. It's the Convention of, biological warfare. The World Court on it laid down certain rules, and those rules are being violated by the West funding biolabs, and make no mistake about it, they are there is evidence of this. The people in this country that are people like Whoopi Goldberg and these talk shows and all of these people that are saying that people that say anything about, that take a different viewpoint on what's going on with the Russian-Ukrainian situation are somehow traitors? People that tell the truth are somehow traitors? People like, Tulsi Gabbard. Not that I'm a big fan of hers, she's a politician too, but when she came out and said that when she told the truth, this Mitt Romney character comes out of the woodwork and starts accusing her of treason and being a traitor, and then other people are like piling on the bandwagon. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? We're talking about witch hunts here. We're talking about outright sticking up for Ukrainian Nazis, okay? Just as sure as if they had the swastika on their arm. They got pictures of this Stefan Banderas, this guy that was a Nazi back in World War II, that they worshipped. It's on the walls. I mean, the Russians go in there and take over some of these rats' nests in there, and these people are deserting. They're leaving. They're getting out. Here's another thing, too. There's mercenaries going in there from all over the world being called in by this jerk Zelensky. Mercenaries coming in. All these NATO countries like the UK and Poland and everywhere. I mean, France, all of these people are allowing mercenaries to go in there and fight with these nationalist punks. Well, that's because they're nationalist punks too. They have the same ideology. So what's happening there? Well, I just saw a couple of videos. Well, for one thing, anybody that's going in there that is a mercenary and is fighting on the side of Ukraine right now with those punks over there and the Nazi element over there, the nationalistic element over there, they're getting taken out. They just took out 180 of them, Russia did, with one missile strike in a camp there. So if you want to go over there and get your ass killed, go on over. You idiots. And I saw several TikTok type, little iPhone type videos that these guys that are over there are crying the blues and telling people not to come over there because they're getting put on the front lines with no gun, no ammunition. They're being told to go into and face Russians with no guns and no ammo. And when they say, hey, we didn't sign up for this, they said, you will do it or we will shoot you in the back. These people are nasty over there. Okay? And they have been torturing. Here's another thing. They have been putting people in little tiny cells and stuff for years. People that, the people in Donbass, the civilians, just normal people like you and I, they've been pulling them off and torturing them and asking them if they were pro-Russian and this stuff. They've been doing this for years. So instead of what it appears to be from the mainstream media and from all these assholes in the mainstream media and these assholes in our government and Biden, who is just a punk bitch, okay, and Kamala and all these sick motherfuckers that are in bed. Biden's son is part of an energy consortium over there. Who else's son? I think Mitt Romney's son. I think Pelosi's. They're all integrated in over there. They're making money. They're making shitloads of money. They're making money off this war. You better believe it. When they want to send arms over there, when they want to send missiles, when they want to send troops or whatever, that's the military-industrial complex. They're making war off the war machine, off the guns and ammo and planes and missiles and anti-tank missiles and Stinger missiles. These people are sick in this country. This country has gone to the Nazis. This country is a nationalistic, fascistic country. And no, Russia's not communist. By the way, people think, oh, that's communist. No, China's a communist country, but Russia is not considered a communist country. Okay? It's not a communist country. It is it's a Christian country. Putin himself is a Christian. All right? Not that I'm big on Christians. You know I'm not. but it's the Russian Orthodox Church. It's not a communist country. I'm telling you, people in America are so fucking stupid, they'll buy anything. And you got these little twits going on their TikTok and saying, you know, how much they want to help the people of Ukraine and what a dastardly thing Putin's doing. Dastardly thing, he's rescuing people that have been tortured for years. He's stopping an ethnic cleansing. Get this straight, people. He's stopping an ethnic cleansing. And he's routing out rats, an infested rat's nest over there. This is what's happening over there. This is the truth of what is really happening. Not what you're hearing on the mainstream media here. It's all slanted. It's all Putin's a bad guy. This is nothing new, people. They've been doing this. They did this with Trump. They've been demonizing Russia and demonizing Putin. And a call for him to be assassinated that is just a fucking mind blower. Okay? I thought I would do this video because you need to know. You need to know how corrupt, how callous, how evil this country is to not only back nationalist punk Nazi military in Ukraine that's killing people, but making money off of it too. And saying, oh, those poor people that are being killed over there by the Russians, those poor people. And what are they doing? Sending arms, missiles, grenade launchers, all kinds of shit they're finding over there that the West is sending in there. And what are they using those weapons for? To kill Russian soldiers? And to prolong the war and to kill those innocents in Donbass and Donetsk and Luhansk. I hope I'm getting that right. Donetsk. I can't, it's hard for me to pronounce some of these Ukrainian names over there. But it's the Donbass region, I know that much, in the east, okay, that has been cordoned off and attacked. They actually made a rule that all the Russian-speaking people over there, they passed something in Parliament over there a couple of years ago or a year ago that actually says that these people can't even speak their own language. Hello? So for me to sit here and see this swill of lies, this garbage that's coming out of this country it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I hope this country goes down. I hope it goes down soon. I hope a lot of shit goes down. I hope all the fucking NATO countries go down. I hope the Saudis start selling oil to China for yuan, or yuan, Y-U-A-N, yuan. That's their money, okay, their currency, the yuan. If that happens, the petrodollar is going to go tits up. Going to go tits up. Okay. I'm telling you right now, America's going to go down. This is all going to catch up because right now I mean, you can hide certain things, but you can't hide this stuff for that long. And a lot of these other countries, not NATO countries, I'm talking India and China and some of the South American countries and the BRICS nations, they all know that this is bullshit. And to me, for them to be ramping this stuff up and just lying so blatantly, they're desperate. That's all there is to it. This country has gotten desperate. They pushed Putin into this. They made him do this because they put missiles and were going to make Ukraine a part of NATO, and they were putting weapons of destruction, mass destruction, in there right on Russia's border. Okay, and not only that, but Putin found out that they were going to do a major offensive against Crimea, which has already been. The people of Crimea already voted that they wanted to be in Russia back in 2014. You know that they've been trying to starve those people out with water? Have been for years now. Now that Russia is in there, they've gone in there and restored the dams and the water and all that stuff that flows to Crimea. Beautiful city there. You have no idea the swill and the lies and the hogwash that is being propagated. And for what? For what? Okay, I'm going to leave it there today. I don't know if I'm going to put this on YouTube. I might, but they'll probably. If you don't see me on YouTube, if I do put this on YouTube and you don't see me there for a while, well, then you know I got a strike or something. I'm always on Rumble, okay, and I put the links below, okay. I'm always on Rumble. I really don't even like YouTube. I don't, because they're taking stuff off that is. Not only did they take stuff off about the COVID thing, but they take stuff off about war. You got to ask yourself if they don't want you to hear both sides of the story, because obviously their story's out there all over the fucking place. But if they don't want you to hear another side to the story from another nation, and RT Today has been taken off of YouTube. RT Today is like the CNN in Russia. And there's all kinds of American people, Chris Hedges and Jesse Ventura, that are commentators on and have shows on RT. Okay? They present a more truthful picture. I can tell you that right now because I have followed them for years. There's excellent shows on there like Crosstalk and all kinds of shows where they tell you really what's happening there. Is some of it maybe slanted a little bit towards Russia? Well, yeah. But it's not outright lying, swill, low-life shit like you're seeing here in America. I'm going to leave it there. I'll let you think about this. I'll let you think about it. I'll because I think you should know, if you don't already, which I'm sure you do, I think you should know what the hell is going on here with this. When you know when they're ramping it up like this and they're telling this many lies, they're desperate. They're fucking desperate. There's a desperation here. And believe me, the financial ramifications of this are going to be unbelievable. Unbelievable. And make no mistake, the Russians are not going to leave there. I mean, you hear all kinds of talks about, oh, there's going to be a peace agreement reached and all this stuff. Don't believe it till you see it, because Russia isn't leaving there. They've got too much invested now to let those punk Nazis in NATO, who are just a bunch of fucking warmongers, they're not gonna tolerate it. I can tell you that right now. Putin, once he made that step, and he's been trying not to do this for 8 years. But he got, he just got to the point where he just got tired of seeing his people, his Russian people over there in Donbass getting killed. And he knew that there was going to be an offensive in there too. He's got supreme intel on everything. I wouldn't be surprised if he came up with some intel on Biden, seriously. I think, that could be a reason they're running scared too. What if he came up with some kind of pictures or tapes or evidence against Biden or somebody else in America? I don't know. Wait and see. We'll see what happens. All right. I got to turn this off, and I'm out of here, audio.